Hi, and welcome to our cocktail hour tunes that are brought to you by the Americana Music Academy. I'm Allen Macfarlene, and I'm an instructor and also a board member uh, for the Americana. And this evening, what I'll be doing is playing some tunes on the hammer dulcimer and the lamp dulcimer, old and new. And I hope you enjoy it. Give you a little bit of an idea of how these things sound. I'm going to adjust my video here a little bit. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So the first set of tunes that I'm going to do, the first one is called King of the Fairies, and the second one that I'm going to do is a tune called The Cuckoo's Nest. Hope you enjoy them. Thank you. Um, so the next set of tunes that I'm going to do are some tunes that come from where I grew up, or where I was born actually, not where I grew up, in Scotland. And the first tune that I'm going to do is one called Coilsfield House. It was written by Neil Gow about 300 years ago. And then the other two tunes, the first one I'm going to be doing is Far From Home. And the last one I'll do is Donald Cameron's Polka, which is not actually a polka. Hope you enjoy them. Thank you. St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and the next tune that I'm going to do was written by a blind Irish harper. Seems kind of funny to say it that way. And he was blind from birth, basically, and at that time in Ireland in the 18th century, there were no occupations, particularly that a blind person could do, with the exception of being a musician, and they were taught to play a harp, basically. So Turlough O'Carolan was blind, and they taught him to play the harp. He composed literally thousands of pieces of music, probably in his lifetime, and the way that he made his living was basically traveling from a manor house to a manor house through the countryside of Ireland. And when he got there, he would very often compose a tune, sometimes in honor of the man of the house, sometimes his wife, sometimes the children. And so many of his tunes are named for people. The one that I'm going to play for you today, though, is one that I've always enjoyed playing. It's called Carolyn's Draft. Draft being not D-R-A-F-T, but D-R-A-U-G-H-T, has more to do with the fact that O'Carolan loved to drink. So this is O'Carolan's Draft, and it's meant to be a happy St. Patrick's Day tribute here. Let's try that again. an interesting story about O'Carolan. Later in his life, his his reputation had become quite widespread as being a really excellent harper. And Scarlatti, a classically trained musician, was touring the country, and he made on purpose went and visited O'Carolan, and he shared with O'Carolan a one of his pieces. Um, anyway, so not long after that, O'Carolan actually composed in his head, anyway, composed in his head something called O'Carolan's Concerto, and shared that with Scarlatti, and apparently that really impressed him by the work that he was able to do, being blind and all that. So that was really quite something. Okay, so a new tune that I'm going to do. I'm starting to work on doing some Gershwin music on the hammered dulcimer, and this is one of them that I've always loved. It's called Someone to Watch Over Me. Let's try that again. much for listening to that. I'm going to switch now to my lap dulcimers, and just to kind of give you an idea of the history behind these instruments. So the hammered dulcimer was invented by the Persians about 2,000 years ago, and has been an instrument found in the Americas ever since before the Revolutionary War. In fact, in the parlors of the better homes in the colonies, the musical instrument that was being played was not a harpsichord. It was a hammered dulcimer, and that was the way it was right up until the Revolutionary War. Not long after that, hammered dulcimers went up the Oregon Trail and became instruments that were played up there, up in the Northwest. The lap dulcimer, on the other hand, was invented by Scots-Irish immigrants who settled in the Appalachians, and they invented that probably about 200 years ago. So this is one lap dulcimer that I have, and I have many. You'll get to see some of them this evening. And what I'm going to do is play you a couple of tunes here, a couple of Irish hornpipes. The first one is called "The Boys of Blue Hill," and the second one that I'll do has a Gaelic title called "Am Cumra Dun," which basically means the brown cask. So here we go. So this is the first dulcimer you get a chance to see. Dulcimer players have a habit of acquiring lots of instruments. And we sometimes refer to that as dulcimer acquisition disease or Alzheimer's disease, as the case may be. So this next set of tunes I'm going to do, these are modern tunes. And I think you'll probably know what these are. First one is El Paso, and then the second one is an Elvis favorite of mine. Can't Stop Loving You. There we go. Try that again. Thank you for listening. I'm going to close out my set tonight with a tune on another lap dulcimer that's different. Some of you know this already, but I work with kids a lot, and we build cardboard dulcimers, a body of cardboard with a wooden fretboard. They're cheap, inexpensive. They're small, which means that they're very nice for people with individuals for small hands. And basically, they allow a player to learn basically all the techniques that you could learn playing guitar, just on one of these 3-string dulcimer. And they're cheap. I get these through Backyard Music, and I can get them for about $55 a kit at this point. But anyway, they're really a good idea for those who are interested in taking up an instrument, especially an acoustic instrument. It's a nice way to start. And so I'm going to end this little concert this evening with a tune that I've grown to love over the years, Over the Rainbow. Thank you for listening, and wanted to let you know also before I forget that the Americana offers a wide range of lessons on offers lessons on a wide range of instruments, including string instruments, horn or woodwinds, that sort of thing, brass, also electrified instruments, and singing. So there are lots of different possibilities that you can investigate at the Americana if you wish to learn a new instrument or even get better on playing another instrument. I also offer lessons there on the hammer dulcimer and the lap dulcimer, and check the website out. There's a lot of good information on there. So thank you for listening, and I hope you have a nice evening. As I said, I'm going to end with Over the Rainbow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening, and hope to see you again sometime. Bye-bye.